Welcome everyone to episode 44 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. And we are in the arc of rebuilding the Scions and finding Cid's airship so we can take on Garuda. So previously we had been recruited by Alphnaud to rebuild the Scions, and we also recruited Cid, who was suffering from amnesia. Alphnaud is working on the amnesia. We are tasked to find clues with finding Cid's airship, which is called the Enterprise. So not from Star Trek fashion, but they copied the name for this game. Anyway, we've been helping out the local Ishgardians, and initially they gave us the cold shoulder because they are a bit of a isolationist state. But they do honor those who go out of their way to lend a hand. And so we have accomplished two feats. We saved a knight from House Dunedain, and we saved one of the astrologians, I believe. I'm not quite sure if it's from the same house, but basically we spoke to the commander here, and we're asking for a letter of introduction to the other three houses. And so the captain here is like, well, you've done three. No, you've done two, but there's three houses. So he's like, so he has a proposal for us. So let's see what he has. 3 for 3. No. I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halinarte, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. So the captain basically says, you're looking for introduction to three houses. Well, do for me a third task, and we have an agreement. And the benefit of this is, if we are able to successfully do this, it'll put us in good favor with one of the other houses as well. So we have two things going for us: the word of House Dunedain, and the fact that we helped out another house also. Alright, so we got 1 of 3. We've got 2 of 3, and I'm thinking we're going to have some visitors here. Yep. If you do start to get a little overwhelmed like we were for a moment there are a couple of skills you can do. You can do leg sweep here, which will stun on opponents. You can also do bloodbath, which will convert a portion of the damage you do back to health. And you saw us do second wind there to kind of give us a little, basically to give us a quick heal. So even though, well, we're just a DPS, doesn't mean we're completely doesn't mean we're helpless when it comes to being overwhelmed. If you need to strategically reposition ourselves to get the upper hand, don't be afraid to do it. All right, and let's report back to the captain. Have you good tidings to share? Or, better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Yep. And it was guarded as well. God's bless ye, friend. It's all here. Every last. But wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's a personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me, a draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not too difficult to fathom. House Harlanarte is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Harlanarte. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. So, unfortunately, it seems like one of the boxes was tampered with, and whether the accusations are true or false, the investigation must come to its conclusion before we can do anything. But it looks like one of the guards here has something for us. The Rose and the Unicorn. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man who wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Harlanarte for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless, and they will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. And Albrecht here, he is, once you switch from Lancer to Dragoon, Albrecht is your teacher for Dragoon. And because we got to level 40, we are ready for the next mission. But we are doing that, we were doing that off camera. But yeah, if you're pursuing Lancer and go to Dragoon, yeah, you'll be in this area a bit before the main quest brings you over here. Also, if you are Dragoon, when you interact with, when you get to the end of Realm Reborn and you're starting to transition over to the next DLC, you'll get some extra dialogue if you are a Dragoon. And we passed our... So, the place we need to be at is... So there is the observatorium. We are northwest, and it's up quite a ways. See, that was the place that we stopped at earlier, thinking that was our destination. No, it's to the... It is further up the hill. Yes. You look as though you have something to say, do you? So we need to choose the option that says otherwise. I see Sir Carlinaut has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. We're telling him what transpired. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Though the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the inquisitors, and for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Haurchefant of House Forteaux, or Fortemps, I forget how they say it, commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. And so now we continue up to the garrison at the top of the hill. Okay, so if you have not, go ahead and attune to the etheric crystal. I did it previously. And to speak to the chocobo keep so that you can come here by chocoporter if you wish. And Sid and Alphnaud have followed us up here. Now, Lord Haurchefant, he's in this building here. And there's the man. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you have come. Letter and news. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you require assistance. What might that be? Our missing airship. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortum. Okay, and we'll switch to our warrior, let them catch up, and make sure that we are properly equipped. And it looks like Harshavon has something else for us. The Talk of Coerthas. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortum included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to the other various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady 9 of mine own house Fortum, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There is also Cravelin of House Harlanarte, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Dunader yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortum. Do not concern yourself with House Dismail. I shall contact them myself and seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when finished. So we got to do a bit of reconnaissance on our own, but we now have the weight of two houses up behind us. Let's see. Okay, one of our people is in here. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortum does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. On the topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Harlanarte have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Let's see, the others that we need to speak with. So we need to go back down the hill. Okay, this belief is a scribe. How long grant me strength? There must be some way to... Oh? Who are you? A friend of Lord Harshavon. I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Harlanarte into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. I gather you have been busy since last we spoke. Lord Haurchefant's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, you have sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of the Ishgardian society. If Lord Haurchefant wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that's his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Not unexpected response from him. He seems to be a hardliner. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I, I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the High House. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard can provide more pertinent information. Road to Redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray, journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. So if you wish, you can speak with Alphnaud. We came to find an airship, yet now we meddle in Ishgardian affairs of state? Gods, if Eorzea were here, I would never hear the end of it. Alright, let's see. So Steel Vigil is up at the top of the thing here. There's also a couple of fates you can do. You can start by talking with this guy. That will start a procession up to the Steel Vigil up here, and then a second fate after it will start. But follow the path to the right, and let's head up to the top of the hill. And before we go into the ruins itself, we'll go over to the left. So I stand corrected, go on the trail to the left, not to the right. Okay, now we want to head this way. And there's Young Lord. Who goes there? Lightbringer. No, stay back. The fiend is still here. Ooh, you're a big one. Alone be praised, you did it. But what are the others, the 3 knights who accompany me? Where are they? I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe. Bless you, miss. Bless you. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Halanarte if we cannot even slay a single vase? We are fortunate you came along when you did. House Halanarte remember your kindness. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped that we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scaleskin. Moreover, it was House Halanarte that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors. Whatever it may be, but even should my prostrations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Alright, let's go back to Harshafunt at the garrison. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did cost him and his knights their at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guglielme has conducted his investigations. In any case, if you wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by association, yours. That's going to do it for this episode today. So, unfortunately, we have not been able to find more information on the location of the Enterprise, and unfortunately, since we warned Lord Francel of House Halanarte of the impending inquisition against him, we've unfortunately been bound up in it as well. So, unfortunately, before we can make more headway into the location of the Enterprise, we're going to have to help clear Lord Francel's name, and also by virtue ours as well, since we are acquaintance with him. So, follow along next time as we shift our focus to getting down to the truth of these accusations and see if we can clear the good Lord's name. But until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.